dance floor. Girl, come with a dance. Puerto Rican in the breathing heavy. Little had my looking daddy. Couldn't tell him nothing cause we lost him already. Cozy boy with his spaghetti. Want the money and fame, the price come heavy. The price come heavy.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Ford Field tunnels, and the noise level in this place just about off the charts. They are set for football as the Lions get ready to do battle with the New York Jets. No more training camp, no more exhibitions. The 2018 NFL season on EA Sports is underway. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5.
Hey, you got three. Set, 180.
Stafford gives to Abdullah. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Tackle made that time by David Bass. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. To the right and complete to Galladay. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still,
no
yardage. Okay.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
11. Set, 280.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
First carry for Trenton Cannon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
After the interception, here's Stafford. And Stafford's going to be taken down. That's a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
The Jets making their way out last year. The impressive 3-2 start. A lot of people predicted they would go 0-16, but then after that start, they sort of collapsed. Just 2 wins after Week 5. So as we look ahead to this year, Charles, what can we expect from the Jets?
Well, I would expect them to continue to play with great effort because their head coach Todd Bowles demands that. But Sam Darnold, their number 1 draft choice, he will be the key to their season. The faster that he plays well, the better the Jets obviously are going to be. And on defense, last in the league in pass rush last year, last in the league in sacks. They'll have to do that by committee this year and find ways to get pressure on the quarterback.
That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
Leopard! Leopard! Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Right back to him on first down. Gets past one man, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Hurry up! Here we go! 3-19! 3-19!
Now a play fake here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it.
Detroit! Detroit! Back 99 Philly, here we go! Watch it now, Barney! Barney! All right, now, lucky 56! Lucky 56!
On 2nd and 10, Darnold. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
Sometimes it seems like a tough world out there. Many thought Sam Darnold would go number 1 overall to the Browns, and he fell to number 3 to the New York Jets. I think he fell to a great situation. He gets to go to New York with a rebuilding team, take over the job right then and there. And while many were expecting Broadway Baker Mayfield, instead they got sudden Sam Darnold, and I think the Jets fans are going to be very happy to have him.
Leopard! Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
A first down throw, Darnold dumps off to Powell. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody covered. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Here's Cannon trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Leopard! Leopard! Leopard!
Here's Darnold now on second down. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Throwing here on third down, Darnold. Over the middle here to Brown. And down inside the 15 he goes. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
And this offense can get their tight ends involved. They can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Darnold from the red zone now. Steps away. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll bring up second down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put in.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Throwing again is Darnold. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Darnold to throw again. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
No, check, Patriot.
They come up in an offset eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Trenton Cannon with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. Santos with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Lions heading out, coming off a 9-7 finish a season ago. Another year without a playoff victory. And we said it last season, Charles, unbelievable. They've won only one playoff game since the 1957 NFL championship game back when you were in high school.
Junior high.
And that one win was way back in January of 1992.
They do have optimism, though, because this team has been building. And I thought that Their draft of 2018 signaled that they really want to help their magnificent quarterback Matthew Stafford and take the pressure off of him to produce 5,000-yard passing seasons, because they drafted Kerryon Johnson, a running back out of Auburn, and in free agency got LeGarrette Blount, which signals to me that they want to play a little brute force football. They want to batter some people and take the ball out of the hands of Stafford so often. If they can do that, that'll allow them to slug it out with Green Bay and Minnesota for maybe a division title in the NFC North. And last but not least, you know who they beat in 57?
Who?
The Cleveland Browns. Two teams trying to get back to their former glory.
Second and 10, Stafford again. And his throw is incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. And it's third down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a third and 10.
22, lady. Omaha tonight. Hey, tag 32, tag 32. 11-11. Watch twist. Hey, red. Double right. Hurry.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. It's caught. Jones. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
On the ball.
Here with Charles Davis, Brandon. Gordon as the Lions are in.
Here we go. Big 20, big 20.
On first down. Abdullah. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
He just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
Give me radar.
On second down, here's Stafford. This complete to Jones. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Give me radar.
On third down, Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete. There defensively was Buster's screen to knock it away.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
And New York set to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Detroit! Detroit! Leopard!
Play action. It's Darnold. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Double right. Back 55. Set. 280. White. Zebra.
They go play action here on first down. Rolling to, and this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Leopard! Leopard! Watch it now, Barney! Barney! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. No. Check. Patriot! Patriot! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw on second down is Darnold. Pryor has it complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Darnold just beating the play clock. Man on the left side is Brown. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
A good return there, 17 yards, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
21. We got three, fellas. We got 3.
Back to the air. Stafford on 2nd down. And that's complete to Luke Wilson. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The Lions on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
4 down. Check. Set. Blue 80. Jumble. Set.
The shotgun snap for Stafford. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
1:58 to go in this first half of play. We'll come back to Ford Field after this.
Leopard.
On first down, Darnold. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. On 2nd down, Darnold. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find the spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Stafford now to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Set. 180. Tag 26.
To throw on 2nd down at Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6.
Hey, go here. Set. Go 20. Give me radar. Hey, go here.
Out of the the gun, Stafford. And that is incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
New York set to take the field. They'll run with Cannon. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Leopard! Watch it now, Barney!
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold, finding his safety valve here. That's complete. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
No, check, Patriot!
Darnold on first down. Steps away to his left. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Watch it now, Barney!
Now a run. This is Bilal Powell. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Glover Quinn there on the stop.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Flush to his right. And fights him off. Letting one go deep for a Nunwa. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Quincy Enunwa, as the first half is winding down. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. So here come the Lions now. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. They'll run again with Blount. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. So we reach halftime here at our... All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On the carry, it's Canna. And some room to work. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
They go again with Cannon. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Leopard! Over!
Now a play fake here on first down. Throw left side complete. It's Brown. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
This quarterback now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Cannon. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
All right, partner, despite my eating habits, I'm not big enough to play offensive tackle, nor am I quick enough. But with the defensive ends nowadays and their speed, those guys have to be able to punch and dance, and it's a tough, tough job to contain them.
Off of play action, Darnold. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It'll be a gain of 4. And they're going to have a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end. But running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold forced out to his left. Letting one go deep for a noon long. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Stafford now on second down. And this one complete to Levine Toilolo. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. Here's Stafford. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
White. Hey, tag 50 left.
On second and 10, Stafford. And his throw here is incomplete. Jamal Adams, their #1 pick a year ago, there on the coverage.
Very difficult night for the guys on offense. They've got to be looking at each other in the huddle and on the sidelines. How are we going to find some open space to complete a pass and find open room to run? This defense all night long has squeezed down the passing lanes, made plays on the football. It's really been a thing of beauty for them. He's got to figure all day long prepping for the game. They had to have talked about it again and again. Squeeze passing lanes, and we'll be in great shape.
Here's Sam Martin now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. .44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
The linebacker, Christian Jones, there to make the stop.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
The play fake, and it's Darnold. Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really good pickup of 28 yards. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play.
Detroit! Leopard!
Here's Darnold now on second down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson, 57 yards. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. The offense going to stay on the field as they will line up and go for 2. Now Darnold. This will be caught at about the 6. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Hey, 22! 11.
Looking to throw on second down. Stafford over the middle here to Wilson. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Set. 180, 21.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Take it at the 37. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion in the field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. He was brought down by Devon Kennard.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. Leopard! Leopard! Watch it now, Barney! Barney! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down. He's making quite a splash here in his NFL debut.
Well, he was advertised as being NFL ready, and both you and I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that, but I think that they were right about this one.
Leopard! Leopard! Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
On 1st and 10, Darnold. Buying time to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Leopard! Leopard!
Back to the air, Darnold on 2nd down. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Kerry Hyder. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. The Jets on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. Third and long, it's Darnold being chased out under pressure again, and down he goes again.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
Well, that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 13.
Hey, 4 down. Set. 180. 58.
They start on the ground here with Blunt. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. Again, here's Blunt. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now a carry for Blunt. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. They'll try the air now with Stafford. Dancing to his left. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Here's Blow. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Play fake to Abdullah. It's Stafford. They'll roll him out right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tremaine Johnson. Pretty move. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Instead of running, Darnold's going to throw this thing. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet 1st down. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. On first down, it's Darnold. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. On first down, it's Stafford. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
After the interception, here's Darnold. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And down he'll go at the 25. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all those big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
Leopard! Leopard! Detroit! Detroit! Here we go, D. Here I come. Here I come.
And on the ground, they go to the running back. And unable to get downhill there, so he'll take this up to about the 37. As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in Week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, Week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here.